You guys watch Wanderlei, Silva, and the boxer. I can't come up with his name right now. The spotting event down in Brazil. So Wanderlei gets cold dick there, gets knocked out after he'd been disqualified. Okay, all that stuff that happened in the ring, like Uncle Chael said, they got a way of dealing with that. He was under their jurisdiction at that time. They got to watch him, take care of him, and all that stuff. He did some headbutts. He got the outcome he deserved for doing that. He got disqualified. Okay, but now he's just a human being over there in the corner, and he's obviously phased a little bit. The guy's been around. He's fought 50 times, so this isn't a praise Wanderlei. I mean, I didn't like him when Chael fought him, but you know, Chael got his due in the ring. He had to get it outside the ring too, and that's never right. That would have went different if I'd have been in Brazil. So here's the deal. Wanderlei is done with the fight, and he's over in his corner where he's supposed to be, and his team didn't do what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to get in between Wanderlei and the trouble, right? Isn't that their job? It's why Chael hired me to corner him, not because I was the tough guy, but because I'd keep order. I'll keep order. Sure, I'd use my posse that he gave me. He made me the cooler, not the bouncers, but he knows that I'm going to get in between him and the trouble, because he knows what happens when you jump the rules and you start swinging. That's how it works. That's why I got a corner of it, Madison Square Garden, everywhere we went. He's in a fight. You're only thinking about survival when you're doing that. Point is, do your job. Your job is to protect your fighter. The fight's over. Don't let that happen. He got clipped twice. That should never happen. Okay, like I said, Wanderlei's corner didn't do their job. Right? They wanted to go over there and get theirs. They wanted to go over and throw some punches, and why did they leave his side? He wouldn't be unconscious if they'd done their job. They didn't. He's on the ground. He shouldn't be on the ground. Then it took them a while to figure out to drag him out of harm's way. I'm surprised the dum-dums didn't go back and try to get some more after that. But they didn't do their job. Their job is to protect Wanderlei. He's the guy that's hired to fight. The fight was over. He got DQ'd. So what do? They go over to get some. How did that work? Wanderlei got smacked twice, and because they didn't do their job. They're thinking about themselves. They wanted to look cool. It would have looked cool if they'd have done what they're supposed to do and get a circle around their fighter and make sure that he doesn't get himself hurt. But they didn't do that. I got to have my team in between my fighter and the other side if something's going to happen. And if not something is going to happen, that's great, but that's what I got to be watching out for the whole time. That's my job. You do that even when you're traveling with them or when you're getting them ready for a fight. That's your job. You keep in between, you're looking, no different than the Secret Service. That's your job. And I would be the one that should come out looking like Wanderlei's eye, get clipped a couple times, because that's probably how it's going to go down. But that's going to get order restored. I'm paid to protect him. That's what my job is. If I'm wrong, well, I'm not wrong. So that's how it works.